1995. Elon Musk holds a check for $100,000, his first big win. He could retire at 24, but he does something that would either make him the richest man alive or destroy him completely. This is that story. Most 24-year-olds with $100,000 would celebrate. Buy a car, take a vacation, play it safe. But Elon had just read something that changed everything. See, when Elon sold his first company, Zip2, for $307 million, his cut was $22 million. Not bad, right? But here's where it gets weird. Instead of securing his future, he took $12 million, more than half of everything he had, and bet it all on his next company, X.com. His family thought he lost his mind. His friends called him reckless. Therefore, most people expected him to fail. He didn't. And here's why. Elon understood something most people never figure out in their entire lives. Something that separates the wealthy from everyone else. Something so simple, yet so powerful, that once you see it, you can't unsee it. Exponential thinking, not linear. Exponential. Let me show you what that means. Imagine I give you two choices right now. Option A, I hand you $1 million cash. Done. Yours. Or option B, I give you 1 penny today, and I double it every single day for 30 days. Which would you pick? Most people grab the million. It's instant. It's real. It's safe. But if you pick the penny, day 1, 1 cent. Day 10, $5.12. Day 20, $5,242. Day 30, $5.4 million. That's the difference between linear and exponential. And therefore, that's exactly how Elon Musk thinks about everything. Now look, I know what you're thinking. That's great, but I'm not Elon Musk. I don't have millions to invest. And you're right. But here's what you're missing. This isn't about the money. It's about the mindset. Because here's the truth nobody tells you. You're already making exponential bets every single day. You just don't realize it. Every time you scroll Instagram instead of learning a skill, that's a bet. Every time you buy something that loses value instead of something that gains value, that's a bet. Every time you trade your time for money instead of building something that works without you, that's a bet. You're betting. You're just betting on the wrong curve, and therefore, you stay stuck. So let's get back to Elon. After X.com merged and became PayPal, it sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Elon's cut? $180 million. At 31 years old, he was set for life. Game over. He won. But Elon looked at that money differently than everyone else. He didn't see $180 million as wealth. He saw it as ammunition. Therefore, he did something insane. He took $100 million and started SpaceX. He put $70 million into Tesla. He invested $10 million into Solar City. All of it, every penny, gone. And by 2008, all 3 companies were dying. SpaceX had failed 3 rocket launches in a row. Tesla was bleeding cash and couldn't manufacture cars fast enough. The financial crisis hit. Investors ran. Elon was broke. Personally broke. He borrowed money from friends to pay rent. He was sleeping on couches. He was one failed launch away from being a cautionary tale in every business school in America. But he didn't quit. Why? Because Elon understood 3 things that most people never learn. Thing number 1, compound leverage beats hard work. You don't get rich by working hard. You get rich by working on things that multiply. When Elon invested in SpaceX, he wasn't just building rockets. He was building reusable rockets, which would drop the cost of space travel by 90%, which would open up satellite internet, which would connect the entire planet. 1 bet, 10 exponential outcomes. That's compound leverage. And therefore, while everyone else was working harder, Elon was working smarter. Thing number 2, time is the only asset that matters. Elon doesn't optimize for comfort. He optimizes for speed. That's why he works 100-hour weeks. That's why he sleeps at the factory. That's why he's running 6 companies at the same time. Because in an exponential market, the person who moves fastest wins everything. It's not about working harder than everyone else. It's about compressing decades of progress into years. Therefore, while everyone else was taking their time, Elon was taking market share. Thing number 3, ignore opinions, trust physics. When everyone said electric cars would never work, Elon looked at the data. Battery energy density? Improving exponentially. Cost per kilowatt hour? Dropping every year. The physics said it was inevitable. Therefore, he bet everything on it. When everyone said reusable rockets were impossible, Elon looked at the engineering. If you can land a rocket vertically, you can reuse it. If you can reuse it, you can drop launch costs by 90%. The math worked, therefore, he built it. Most people listen to opinions. Elon listens to physics. And physics doesn't lie. December 2008, SpaceX's 4th launch. This was it. If this rocket failed, the company was done. Elon was done. The Falcon 1 lifted off, and it worked. NASA noticed. They awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract. Tesla's Model S started getting pre-orders. The company went public in 2010. Everything changed. Not because Elon got lucky. Not because he was smarter than everyone else, but because he understood exponential thinking and had the guts to bet everything on it. Fast forward to today. SpaceX, $150 billion valuation. Tesla, $1 trillion market cap. Elon, richest person on the planet. Therefore, the lesson is clear. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Everyone tells you Elon's story like it's about genius, like he's some superhuman who can do things you can't. But that's the wrong lens. The real story isn't about Elon being special. It's about Elon understanding what actually multiplies. Most people spend their entire lives applying effort to things that don't compound. They work jobs that pay them once. They buy things that lose value. They learn skills that become obsolete. But Elon spent his life stacking exponential bets. He learned skills that compound: engineering, physics, business. He built ownership, equity in companies, not paychecks. He created leverage, technology that scales without him. And therefore, his wealth wasn't about talent. It was about trajectory. So here's my question for you. Are you thinking linearly or exponentially? Are you trading time for money? Or are you building assets that work without you? Are you saving your way to wealth? Or are you investing in things that multiply? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. You will never get rich by being careful. You will never build an empire by protecting what you have. The only way to win big is to risk big. And therefore, if you're not willing to do that, you're not playing the same game as Elon Musk. You're playing checkers. He's playing chess. Look, here's the truth. You don't fall behind because you aren't talented. You don't fall behind because you don't work hard. You fall behind because you spend your life applying effort to things that don't multiply. Most people work hard on linear problems, trading hours for dollars, saving pennies, playing it safe. But the world rewards exponential thinking. Learning compounds, ownership compounds, leverage compounds. And the moment you understand what actually compounds, learning, ownership, leverage, your entire trajectory changes. That's when Elon Musk got rich. Not when he sold his first company. Not when PayPal went public. He got rich the moment he stopped optimizing for safety and started optimizing for exponential return. And therefore, once you understand that, Everything changes, so here's what I want you to do. Stop trading time for money. Start building leverage. Stop saving everything. Start investing in what compounds. Stop playing it safe. Start betting on exponential curves. Because here's what nobody tells you. The difference between being broke and being a billionaire isn't talent. It's trajectory. And your trajectory changes the moment you understand what Elon understood in 1995. That's how he got rich. And that's how you will too. If this video made you think, take a second to like it. It helps more than you realize. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe.